What's good? I'm Emory Ogletree II, here to talk about the Orlando Magic as we kick off the second half of the NBA season. Orlando's sitting here currently in the 7th spot, which would put them in the play-in tournament if the playoffs were to start tomorrow. Now, the looks can be deceiving. I know the record is saying 29-31, but let's keep in perspective that this team has been riddled by the injury bug throughout the year. Starting with Paolo Banchero, who they lost in Game 5 and missed for the next 36 games after that injury. That's over 50% of the games this year. That's why I have to tip my hat to Coach Mosley, who's kept this team relevant and in position to make the playoffs, whether it be the play-in, as they're sitting at that 7th spot. Now, since he's been back over these last couple of games, Banchero seems to be finding his rhythm, which is great, going along with Wagner, Franz Wagner it is, as he's been bringing in, averaging that 25 points per game. Now, you got to believe that they're hoping, although no real news has been announced yet, whether he'll miss the rest of the season, but Jalen Suggs, his absence is really being felt right now. But you believe they could really use that 17-point average of his if he's hopefully able to make it back during this playoff push. Morris Wagner, although we know he's not coming back this year, had a successful MCL surgery. That's great news for that right there. This Orlando Magic team is young, athletic, and big. As I mentioned, they're currently sitting in the 7th seed. 5 games back of the 4th seed, which is currently held by the Pacers. Now, the schedule, a little tough, but doable. As I said, hopefully, as long as the injuries stay out of it, I believe that this Orlando Magic team can at least, hopefully, maybe get to that 6th spot. They are going to be a tough out. They match up well with the Knicks, they match up well with Milwaukee, and they match up well with the Pacers. Now, Boston and Cleveland, we just have to admit, on a tier by themselves. But this Orlando Magic team, as I said, of this year right now, it's just been played by injuries. That is the only hurdle that they ran into this year. They will be next. Look at the blueprint that we have seen the Cleveland Cavaliers on, coincidentally, this year. The last 2 seasons, they've been in the 4th seed. And this year, they got off to a historic start. I see this Orlando Magic team being the same way. What I hope to see moving forward is that this team will add more 3-point shooting to go along with that size and athleticism. This team will be next. As I mentioned before, if this team was not injured, they would easily be out of the play-in position. But they are going to be a tough out. You will not want to see them. If the playoffs did start tomorrow and they weren't a play-in, I expect them to get out. But I expect to also see them make a push to go for that 6th seed, possibly that 5. We'll see how things play out. But one way or another, be on the lookout for this Orlando Magic team. They're coming, and they're coming hard. Till next time, I'm out.